Have you ever heard of the Sodder family children? December 24th, 1945. A night that would forever haunt the Sodder family. Born in Italy, George Sodder, an immigrant, had built a life for himself and his family in the rolling hills of West Virginia. He and his wife, Jenny, were the proud parents of 9 children, their home filled with laughter and love. But on that fateful Christmas Eve, the joy was replaced with horror. Their home, nestled among the hills, suddenly burst into flames. Amid the chaos and confusion, the Sodders managed to account for 4 of their 9 children. But as the fire raged, 5 of their beloved offspring were nowhere to be found. As the Sodders desperately fought the flames, the night air was pierced with their calls for their missing children, but there was no answer. As the flames died down, so did the hopes of finding the 5 missing Sodder children. With the dawn came the harsh reality of loss, but also the birth of a mystery. As the sun rose over the Sodder home, the initial investigation into the fire commenced. The conclusion was grim. The authorities believed the missing Sodder children had tragically perished in the flames. But something didn't add up. The Sodder parents, gripped by a mix of grief and disbelief, refused to accept this conclusion. They pointed to a curious lack of remains, a detail that contradicted the grim theory. Determined to uncover the truth, the Sodders hired a private investigator. As the investigator delved deeper into the case, a series of strange discoveries arose. A ladder that was usually propped against the house was found in a nearby embankment. The household appliances, despite the fire, were strangely intact. Perhaps most unsettling was the story of the insurance salesman who, after being turned away by Mr. Sodder, allegedly exclaimed, "Your goddamn house is going up in smoke, and your children are going to be destroyed." Each of these peculiarities added a new layer of intrigue to the case. The initial conclusion of the authorities began to look increasingly shaky. The Sodders' conviction that their children had not perished in the fire only grew stronger. Each clue only deepened the mystery, the shadows growing longer over the Sodder children's fate. Decades passed, but the questions remained, refusing to be buried. The Sodder family, driven by their relentless pursuit for truth, erected a billboard, a public plea that echoed their heart-wrenching loss, displaying the innocent faces of their children, begging for any scrap of information. Then there were the strange sightings. Whispers of children who resembled the Sodders, scattered across the country, each one a glimmer of hope snuffed out by the harsh wind of reality. And who could forget the picture that arrived in the mail? A grown man who bore a striking resemblance to one of the missing boys. Could it be? Or was it just another cruel twist of fate? As the clues piled up, so did the theories. Among the most chilling was the possibility of the Italian mafia's involvement. Some speculated that George Sodder's outspoken criticism of Mussolini had made him a target, his children collateral damage in a vendetta born of political disagreement. But like all theories, it held its own share of loopholes, and the truth remained elusive. The mystery of the Sodder children remains unsolved, a haunting question mark in the pages of history. Do you have theories about the Sodder children's disappearance? What do you think happened to the Sodder children that fateful night? Until next time, stay curious.